Piece of strength. This video is about how to become one. See, the wisdom of a light is one. And this message that I'm speaking is not going to be understood by the flesh. So I'm speaking directly to the life spirit within you. The life spirit within you currently is being the way of the flesh. You are that life spirit because you are that light that shines on high. That light that is the all wise, almighty light that shines everywhere, including within you. Life is spirit. It's how it reaches everywhere, including within all of you. If it's not life, it is something that don't know. If life is not in it, when it is not life, it is that which don't know. Your life plus a body. The body is not the part of you that know. The all wise, almighty light that breathed into man, which is the life, is that same light that is in you. It's just that you are so reduced or so diminished in your brightness that you are in the reality of darkness. See, darkness is when light is distributed throughout the dark. The totally dark state is just totally dark. There's no registry of anything. There's no power. There's no wisdom. But when the light that is the power and the wisdom everywhere falls to the dark or is sacrificed to the dark, then it becomes the power and wisdom therein. You are that light life. It's just that in a material reality, you are everything but yourself. Because as life, you are dead. You are spirit that is dead. In your decomposition and self-destruction, you become the power of the dark. Because when the light dies, the dark awakens. Because the decomposition and self-destruction of the light becomes the power of the dark. See? So you are living the ways of the dark. The ways of the earth are many. And you are that light life that has become the many limited brightnesses throughout material darkness as well as the darkest level. You are every plant, animal, and human. But in that place, you're a spirit trapped in a material reality. You don't see yourself as what you are, which is life. See, because if it's not life, it know nothing. See, the part of you that is life, no. You separate life from the body. The body is that which don't know. It's just that because life is invisible to you, it's a spirit. It is a sacrifice to you because with with life, you're going to be all that your material system is capable of because you woke up in that little tiny body. It became your mission. You woke up in a material body at human level. So I'm speaking to the flesh. I am speaking to the part of you that can continue to grow beyond material limitation. When your light of wisdom is limited to the material reality, then all you can do is be as wise as you can be as a material creature. But that light spirit in you is greater than anything that it can be when that wisdom and natural power is limited to the material way of knowing and doing things or of learning. So I'm speaking to the part of you that can grow beyond your earth's surface. Your flesh is your earth. Your journey is similar to the seed in the earth. You evolve, you make root, which is making a firm stance in the material reality, and you give your full support to the part of you that awaken in the light and continue to grow to your full measure of brightness. See, this message is difficult to understand when it is a message from where the whole light is shining versus a message where the light is a myriad of limited brightnesses and multiplicity. You have a myriad of opinions and views on things. But what you don't have when you are a light in the dark is whole brightness. That comes at daybreak. It is a little past daybreak. See, because you're getting the message from a whole light that has awakened and is growing to its full measure in the whole light. See, I became whole when I decided to do things life's way. Now my whole system functioned as life. Prior to this, my life spirit was limited to the way of that which I see in the mirror until I realized that my life spirit is greater than the part that I am being. So I look at it this way: why should I be in charge? Why should I, as the flesh, be in control when my life spirit is greater than I am? But it's because I did my job, wanting to know what life is. No one could tell me differently. I knew that life is something that I could know. When many would say life is too vast to know, it's so everywhere. See? But yet it's in me. How can I know myself when I don't know that part of me? How can I become whole if I don't know my flesh and my life self so I can get them to function as one? In other words, I'm dysfunctional. The material part of me, from my observation, in my experience in the material reality, where life is so many different things, wherein before I awaken, I would see myself as one limited brightness amongst many limited brightnesses, the same light that I am, the life in every plant, animal, and human. It was difficult to understand that. How can the same light that is life be in creatures that are harmful to life, and that same light is in creatures that are innocent? So that was like being in school of material darkness so I could figure why I am there. How can I know what my purpose is until I know who I am? And how can I know who I am until I become whole? So when I awaken to my life self, then I realize the problems are coming from my earth self because the ways of the earth are many, because the life spirit teaches me in the form of animals the many differences of life as earth creatures and things. So when I see other human beings, I see different races and colors. My wisdom is limited to material images. So how can I win the battle when I am life in every plant, animal, and human, and I am harming plants, animals, and humans? Taking the life from the animals. You know, go to the store and buy the bodies or parts of the bodies of animals, brain, kidney, liver, legs, wings. See? Eating death just like the beast. See? Things have no value to me unless I take life from them. That's how the beast see things. When you take life from the properties of earth, especially the tree and form it and create money, and then life give its whole effort to achieve something that is lifeless, meaning that which is intelligent is given its whole effort to achieve something that's unintelligent. Money and the thing money can buy, that's a lot of dumb things. But you make dumb things greater than intelligence. There's nothing wrong with using them as tools if you were going to use them to make life better. So this message that I'm speaking is a message that is understood when life is awakened. You won't understand it from the place where your life is limited to only how the flesh can see things. See, so the experience is gained when your life spirit, when you birth, your second birth, when you rebirth as baby life, when you just start doing things life's way, this is how you gain the wisdom of life in your everyday life. The thing that you see yourself doing that's damaging to life, the more you overcome those things, the more you earn wisdom because the more you clear away the dark, which are all the ways that are damaging, detrimental, harmful, or destructive to life in any way. See? When you see anguish, misery, hatred, animosity, loss of deception, racism, all of that is life. The life spirit has rotted. And the material creatures run on that power. You run on the self destruction, the decomposition of the life spirit. Because for the life spirit to be the way of that which totally dependent upon it, it is decomposing when it's breaking down from that which is totally dependent upon to the realities of the total dependent. Because you have to learn that part of you first, because that's where all the problems come from. See, it's like being in school when you figure out where all the problems, why is life not rising out of the earth? When you see the farmer sow seeds in the earth, at some point, the farmer should be reaping a crop. The God Spirit has sown the seed of life in every human, plant, and animal, even in the darkest level, to be everything that's there, because members of the life of the whole life state, heaven, fell to the darkest level to activate and populate that place. So that one spirit is everywhere. It is shining as one whole brightness in heaven, displaying the truth of itself and throughout the material realities, every living creature and thing, because only life can grant living status. And it's the many brightnesses at the darkest level. Material reality set between the brightest level and the darkest level, which is a positive and negative zone, where the brightest level have its impact on you and the darkest level have its impact on you. And when you are more to the positive side, you are more lifelike. When you're more to the negative side, you are more death-like. You are more harmful to. Religion brings out the best of human quality in you. So when you have completed your journey through the night, which is the place where life is a myriad of limited brightness and multiplicity, then you should be prepared at daybreak to awaken so that the God crop can start breaking through the earth's surface, meaning the light life can start transcending material limitation, awakening where the whole pure light life spirit is shining so that you as baby life can grow up the whole pure life. The whole pure light spirit is constantly shining that whole pure brightness. To grow to it, you have to keep clearing away the remnant of darkness so that you can keep gaining more and more visibility, like the journey of the awakening light at daybreak that gains more and more visibility on its journey from daybreak to noon. You are the life spirit in the earth. This is the day and time to wake up. See, the message that you don't get in the night is the whole night. You don't get that until daybreak, and you're getting that now. What do you expect to hear from in a whole light state, from a whole light state, other than how to come into one whole brightness? Because that is the truth of a whole light state. The wisdom of a light is one whole brightness. So I'm bringing you one whole brightness. I'm speaking to the light spirit in you because it's the light spirit in you that can grow beyond material limitations. Being aware of the flesh, the light spirit can only be as bright as your material self can be. See? So I'm not speaking to life that is limited to see itself that way. I'm speaking directly to that light spirit in you because you can awaken beyond your earth's surface and where the whole light shines and grow to your full measure. That way, you're going to restore life. The other way, you are decomposing because you're breaking down to the way of the total dependent. The part of you that is the flesh is the total dependent. The part of total dependent upon is that life spirit in you. The life spirit has become your light, and it is there for you to figure out by this day and time that instead of reducing it or diminishing it to be all that the flesh can be, it's time for you to awaken and do all that the light spirit is capable of. That's why the God spirit sacrificed that light to you. See? So this day and time, you should be seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. See? Because the dark state opposite life is not where life is from. See, life is from where the whole life shines, because in the whole life state, where the whole of life is one whole brightness, everything is life's way. And you don't see any problem there. See? So in order for you to solve those problems where you are, you have to turn your lights on and start clearing away the dark. See, when you awaken, realize that your life is like a newborn baby all over again. See, but you would have cleared up many ways by then, especially those who have been true to the religion. When their religions are taught the right way. See, so when you wake up, it's just like the light of day, where you got that remnant of darkness to clear away as you grow to your whole brightness. This is the day for the light crop to break through the earth and start growing. You want to stop all the evils on earth, which are the dark measures. Everything that's adverse, detrimental, destructive, or harmful to life are the ways of the dark, because life is your light. And everything that is detrimental to that are ways of the dark. Eating thing that's damaging to your life, drinking thing that's damaging to your life, converting life into profanity, words of just trash and garbage. You're trashing your life every time you convert it into trash. Life is your power and wisdom. And you are wiser with that light of wisdom when you start being what you are with it. Because when you start being life's way with the life, then you're going to restore, because then you're going to stop gradually all of the things that you're doing that's harmful to life to grow to the full measure of life's brightness. It's difficult to do when you see yourself as the flash, because you're not even across that border where the whole light is shining. See, so it's a different message that you're hearing from me, because you're hearing life speak. See, when I'm hearing, listening to you, I hear the material system speaking, because your life still limited to the material way. You haven't reached that place where you, that dormant light, is awakening. You are that God crop that should be waking up in this day and time to straighten up the dark matters on earth. That's what a light do. It clears away the dark. It's the nature of a light. On one side, you are the ways of the dark. In your awakening, you are the way of that light that you are. The way becomes one when you become the way of a light, because the wisdom of a light is one brightness. The ways of the dark are many. So you are lights in a false state. You are one light becoming every living thing in a false state. Because where you are many, you are everything but yourself. But where you are one, you are the truth of what you are. So when you awaken, that is where your truth begin as life. That's where you, the life spirit, start doing things life's way. This is that spiritual journey. See, you should be maturing from being a spirit with a material experience to waking up being that light, that spirited light that sacrificed itself to you, which is life. This is life's universe. And why would you not know that in life's universe, when things are the life's way, that they are no problem, but when they are your way, you're dropping bombs on one another, killing one another, just like beasts, grit growling, going to war over lifeless things, lifeless territories, obsessed with ruling, regulating, and controlling. How are you going to win when, regardless of your skin color, you are life clashing against life? See, you're running on sacrificial power because you are lights limited in the dark. You are sacrificed to the dark when you're sacrificed to the materiality. And the more you destroy life, you destroy your hopes of getting out of that place, because you're destroying your own self. See, you're not going to win the battle when you're life versus life, regardless of your religion, regardless of your color. See, see? Regardless of your racial status. See? Your life is not going to win when you are life versus life. Only when the life spirit come together as one. As life, you are one, but as the flesh, you are a lot of different things. But as life, you are one. That's what the God light does. It brings you into one whole brightness. The remedy to overcome the dark is to turn your lights on and start clearing it away. And your life is not on until you awaken and start doing things life's way. So I'm trying to figure this out that are from the material mindset, because you got to enter a whole new place, a place where you haven't been. It's a transformation from the material way to life's way. You have to earn the wisdom of life. It's not something that you're going to sit back on the material side and try to assess it and figure it out, because I'm not speaking the message. of the material reality when I'm speaking life's wake, or what I'm speaking is what you see when you wake up in a whole light state. You got one whole brightness. See, you would have done your job on the earth side to wake up and enter the whole light, because only light can enter a whole light. And the whole pure light state is all light. And it's all the way of the light life. See, this is how the truth works. This is how to be real. It's a journey from falsehood to real. The journey from being many to the place where you become one. See, a light has everlasting status. Your body don't make it, and you already doing things life's way. It's like waking up out of a dream. You're waking in a place where everything is life's way, the way you had been doing things before your body couldn't make it no further, until there is enough time spent on the life side for the whole of you to continue on and on and on. See, see, life is everlasting. You are of everlasting because you are of the whole pure life spirit. You are from God because you are life on a mission. Your mission is to teach that lesson of whatever you become on the dark side. Because every lesson had to be known. Some have to teach you the rottenness of ways, some have to teach you the good ways. But all of these ways have to come out so the truth can be known, so you can study them and you can learn those ways. My experience was to encounter a lot of brutality, a lot of dark ways. See, a lot of harm was in my pathway because my life spirit awakened in a tiny body at human level, but with a black skin. See? So my journey was to endure it. Someone have to dish it out. Someone have to do it. So when it come to this day and time, then we know the lessons. We know how to win over the dark ways. So then we can bring all into one whole brightness. It's a team. Can't look down on the ones who were dishing out the dark ways. See? And you can't make yourself like you so great because you endured them. Because if they wasn't there to dish them out, you wouldn't have the experience of enduring them. See? That is how you refine things. That is the process of refining things. So that when it comes to daybreak, when the night expires, the light in you can wake up and do what it's supposed to do. And that is what is happening there. See? See? Stop limiting yourself to skin color and trying to look down on one another. Because you are life looking down on life. And when you are life versus life, you are in a place of life that is self-destructing and decomposing. You're automatically decomposing when you're breaking down to the way of the part of you that totally depends upon life to be a living reality. That is the part that you're supposed to refine. See? So by this day and time, you have overcome all of those rotten ways that come from your flesh. That is how this light and your flesh function as one, because the seed's supposed to grow to be the tree that it's a seed of. So when you look at man as a tree, the earth part of man was formed from the earth when the earth was at its purest. So you have the purest of earth structured upright. So the pure light breathed directly into it because pure light wanted that to be its image. Otherwise, the light would have diminished itself to become that reality. It breathed directly into it. So the pure light and the pure upright material function as one. So man was made whole. See, becoming the father it bears much fruit, many nations. God the man. See, bear many nations. So at some point the fruit ripens and it falls from the tree. So you fall from the spirit way, from life's way to being more and more the way of the flesh. So after falling to the earth, you begin to rot more and more. Because the life spirit in you rots more and more as you begin to put material things above life. See, yeah. And then eventually the seed enters the earth. The seed enters that material grave. See, so that is where the sacrifice. Life is a sacrifice when it is in the earth, because then it's all the way to earth. The whole life spirit is drained into the realities of the earth, such as in every plant, animal, and human, life is drained into the reality of the plants, animals, and the human. So I'm speaking to the life spirit in you. I'm not speaking to the flesh, because as long as you see yourself as the flesh, you can't grow any brighter than the flesh can achieve, anything greater than the flesh can achieve. But as life, you can grow to your full measure of brightness. Your dormant light that has to wake up and do what you're supposed to do in this day and time. See, because you have gotten too rotten and too dangerous. Your self destruction is off the chop. So now it's time to come into one whole brightness. And the only way you're going to come into one whole brightness is to start turning your lights on to clear with the dark, because it's the dark that is the problem in the universe of a light. And the light is giving itself to you. So that in this day and time, you can turn your lights on and start clearing away the dark. Turning the life on is where you begin doing things life's way. See, otherwise you got to limit it to material darkness. See, so when you turn your lights on and start clearing away the remnant of darkness as you go to your full measure of brightness, as you're taught. See, and as daybreak teaches you, rather. See, it's that day and time to turn your life on and start going to your full measure of brightness. You would then understand these words that I'm saying more and more when you enter the light. See, you enter the light by clearing away all of your rotten dark ways. Stop eating things that's harmful to your life. Stop drinking beverages that's harmful to your life. Stop putting substances in your system that are destructive to your life. Stop converting life into rotten words, thoughts, ideas, and vision. Stop hating on one another because you life versus life, regardless of the skin color. Stop being so superficial and look within and realize you're all one light. You are God's light at war with itself, because you are transformed on earth to living, created things. You are the light spirit living as created things. You are dead in reference to the light spirit being itself, because when the light spirit is being itself, is one whole brightness. Okay? So you are living as material creatures and things, but you can wake up, stop decomposing, self-destructing, and awaken as that light spirit that you are, and clear things up on earth. Make the connection with the light that shines beyond the earth. The plant's been teaching you that for years, that the ritual of the seed in the earth, the sacrificial life in that seed is dead, but yet it lives. It evolves in that material grave, and at some point it awakens beyond it and connect with the whole light. It would have done its job then, and then it grows to its full measure, because the whole light is too bright to have that experience. The dark won't exist. So the light had to sacrifice itself to lose so much brightness that it wind up in the dark. See, this is how the truth works. This is how to be real. Peace and strength.